Hey, I'm Pauline, and today I'm going to be doing my June wrap-up and July TBR. So in June, I read a total of 7 books, which is actually really good for me. And partially it's because it's summer and I am having a lot of time to just read. So that's probably the main reason why I read so many. But I'm very proud of myself for reading 7 books. I am pretty pumped about this. So yeah, let's get into this. The first book I read this month was Fever by Lauren DeStefano. It's the second book in the Chemical Garden trilogy, and I believe I gave that 4 stars. I really liked it. I thought it was even better than the first one. And I don't have the book with me because I got it from the library, so I don't have it. Next, I read Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. Again, this is a book I got from the library, so I don't have it to hold up right here. And I gave that 4 stars. Yeah, I gave it 4 stars. And I do have a review of that, so I can link that below, I guess. And overall, I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. I loved the fairy tale retelling aspect of it. I thought it was done really well. And I really recommend it for everyone who likes fairy tale retellings. Definitely. You need to read it. The only thing I didn't like is that it's a series, and I'm not into series right now. So that was kind of a downer, but other than that, it's great. Next in June, I read The Inventor Secret by Andrea Kramer, and this is a steampunk-ish kind of novel. I did this as a read-along thing, and there was a live show, which I will link in the description if you want to look at that. And so that's why I read this, and I gave this 3 stars, I believe. I didn't love it. It was a little bit confusing. It was a good read. I'm glad I picked it up. It was quick, and it was fun, but I didn't love it overall. Yeah. Next, I read Gone by Christine Kersey, and I gave this 3.5 stars. She's an indie author, so I was really excited about that. And this book is really interesting. It's a parallel universe. She gets sort of transported to this parallel world and is all confused, like you would assume. And the main issue is that in this parallel world, it is illegal to be overweight. And it was a really interesting concept. The pacing was really well done. I got through it really quickly, and it was really fun. So overall, I do recommend this. It was really interesting and I liked it. Next, I read Rotten Ruin by Jonathan Mayberry, and this is a story of Benny Imura, a 15-year-old boy who lives in this zombie apocalypse world where zombies have taken over and people are living in these sort of isolated towns trying to survive, and he ends up becoming this zombie hunter, basically. And I really liked this book. I liked it so much more than I thought I was going to, because initially I was thinking it was just going to be this sort of gross zombie book, and it wasn't. It was so much better than that. And so overall, I gave this 4 stars. I really liked it. Next, in June, I read The Fault in Our Stars. Finally, I know I'm the last person on earth to have read this, but I finally got around to it. And okay, I still need to do a sort of review discussion thing. I want to talk about this because I have some feelings about this. Overall, I gave it 4 stars. And don't hate me for not giving it 5 stars. I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, what? I just have some thoughts about this. Not necessarily about the book, because I feel like this book was so beautifully done. This book is amazing. I really did enjoy it. I just have some thoughts about hyped up books in general, and then going into reading a book that is already super hyped, and your just sort of impression of it before you even read it. And I feel like that really influenced what I thought about this book. And so I want to talk about that in detail in a different video, so that should be coming soon. Yeah. And the last book I read in June is Perfect Scoundrels by Ali Carter, and this is the 3rd book in the Heist Society series. This series is adorable. It is about this girl, Katerina Bishop, who basically comes from this family of thieves and con artists, and that's what they do for their living. And she just kind of goes on all of these heists and robs all these places, and it's really entertaining and cute, and I really liked it. Overall, this book, I gave it 3 stars because I didn't love it as much as I loved the first 2 in the series. I felt like I was a little bit bored in this book. So I gave this book 3 stars, but the other ones are solid, like 4s, because I liked those ones much better. So now I'm going to get into the books I plan on reading in July. First, I want to read Steel Heart by Brandon Sanderson. This is a library book, so I have to read this soon and get it back, otherwise I will never get around to it. And this book I talked about in my book haul / unboxing video, and I don't even know what this is about. I just, for some reason, really want to read it because this book looks so awesome and kick-ass, and I just want to read it. So I'm excited about this, even though I don't even know what's going to happen. Next, I'm going to read The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings, and Ryan O'Neill, which I will link her channel below, is going to be hosting a read-along of this book from the 1st of July through, I'm not sure when yet. She's still figuring out when there's going to be a live show. Anyways, I'm going to be reading this book for that read-along, and I'm so excited because this book sounds amazing. If you haven't heard about this book, it seems like it's been getting a lot of hype, but anyways, if you haven't heard about it, it's basically in this, it's like post-apocalyptic world basically, where the murder rate is higher than the birth rate, and that's kind of scary. And it follows these two main characters who kind of come from different lifestyles and end up meeting, and it just sounds awesome. Next, I'm going to read We Were Liars by E. Lockhart, and I am so excited to read this book. I don't know what it's about. I'm not even going to try to explain what I think it's about because just no. I'm going to read this in July, definitely. And finally, I am going to read this, and this is the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy. It's got all 3 of these books in here, which is just the best thing ever. I am so excited that they are all in one thing. This is amazing. Giselle Bradley is doing this marathon thing where a bunch of booktubers are reading all of Jenny Han's books before her latest book comes out in September. And I haven't read any of Jenny Han's books, so I bought this. I'm gonna try to read, I don't know if I'll finish the entire thing because it is 3 books in here, but I'm gonna try to read at least the first one in July. I'm gonna read all 3 of them in July or August, however that works out. So yeah, I will try to read more books than just those in July, but I'm not sure which ones. Those are the ones that I'm for sure gonna definitely try to read in July. I'll probably be getting lots from the library because I just do that. Anyway, that was my June wrap up and July TBR. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of the books that I read, if you agree with what I thought about them, and what you think about the books that I'm going to be reading. If you've read them, your thoughts on them, just tell me what you're thinking. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.